Hi, I'm back. We're going to look at more about 33 pictures from the new Superman filming in Cleveland. Yeah, that's Cleveland. And this picture, of course, is David Cornsweet, yeah, preparing to take off to fly. I can't wait to see the first trailer to actually see him fly. But you see him making a face and getting prepared to launch, which I think is a nice shot. Okay, and I think we have a few more shots of him, seemingly taking off. So again, like I said, I can't wait to see him actually fly in the movie. So let's move on to the next picture. Okay, now this picture again is just him just basically jumping in the air. And somebody just caught the picture of him leaping in the air. But I can't wait to actually see it in motion of him actually taking off, because it looks like he's gonna take off like a shot. So I can't even wait to see that, and I can't wait to see the first trailer of him and see him actually flying. But I like this shot of him just he just there's somebody caught him just leaping in midair, so it looks like he's taking off, and I like this shot. And then I have another shot of I think of all three shots of him combined jumping off. Okay, so let's get to that one, and I'll be right back. Okay, now this picture, this is like three pictures combined. Him getting ready to take off, him getting ready to launch, and then that looks like him, flying. And of course, when they add the CGI, it's going to make him look great taking off. And I can't wait to see how he looks flying. That's the part I love, because I love the way Henry Cavill looks flying in Man of Steel. So I cannot even wait beyond to see how David Cornsweet looks flying as Superman. Again, he looks like he has the Superman look. He's just really, and then like I said, he's 6'4", which is great. He's about as tall as Christopher Reeve is, so he's going to be a nice tall Superman. And I can't wait to see his flying scenes, which I think there'll be some great flying scenes in this movie. And again, I just love the way they, people captured this so it actually looks like he's flying. Okay, and I can't wait for that to happen. So let's move on to the next thing. Okay, now this shot, this is next series of shots is I think they're setting up a shot of him flying. He has the black, thing covering himself, but they're setting up a shot of him. I think this is a shot of him flying. Okay, so they basically, I think they're just filming it, setting it up to film it, and you'll see in the next two shots what I'm talking about. So let's get right to that other shot. Okay, now this shot, I don't know. See, I think that's like we have those things in the gym, like a treadmill thing, and then they just took a shot of him, I guess, leaping off the treadmill. So you actually have him like in the air. I think see they're filming it from two different angles, but they see the two cameramen filming it, so it looks like he's actually flying. And I think he runs a little bit on the treadmill and then just leaps up, and then they capture that, and then with CGI they can continue it, so it looks like they can carry him on through the air. So I think that's just seeing the behind the scenes shot of this, and then there's another shot coming up after he's filmed this part. Okay, now this is the after shot. After he's fell. I think, like I said, it's a little treadmill and he just leaps, or maybe that's just mats, and he just leaps in the air and they capture him there. But that that's the aftermath of him actually falling after that. So we can't wait to see them put that together so we can actually see him flying. That's what I'm waiting to see. I can't wait. Hopefully we'll get a trailer for the end of the year. We can actually get a nice shot of him flying, which I can't wait to see. So let's move on to the next thing. Okay, in this shot, you see there's a dog there, and a trainer's giving him a treat. And Superman, they set up a shot. I think this is a shot of Superman saving a dog for a little girl or something. I think that's one of the shots because they set up a bunch of shots of Superman saving people and stuff, which I think is really cool. See a lot of shots of Superman being Superman, saving kids and all that stuff. Stopping the train and all that in that newspaper article and the other video I made. So this is them setting up that shot. And I think there's another shot where you can see more clearly what's going on, and I'll be right back with that shot. Okay, in this picture you see more of the stuntman holding the thing up. I don't know if that's going to be a door or something or whatever that's going to be, but Superman obviously is going to stop it from falling on the dog. That's going to be underneath it, and that's them setting it up. This guy's standing on a box, and like I said, David Cornsweet, 6'4", so obviously they're holding it up. And then I think the next shot you'll see more of a shot of him actually like holding it up in a kind of Superman way. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, now see you have a better image. You know, obviously you're gonna see this in the movie theater. It's gonna look better. But I like that shot of him, like, you know, holding it up, you know, the cape flapping, and just, you know, being Superman and doing Superman stuff. That, again, James Gunn understands the assignment, so we're gonna get great shots of him doing David Cornswet doing Superman stuff and smiling, interacting, I think, with kids and all this stuff, and just being Superman and a happy Superman, which I think is really great and overdue. So I can't even wait for this movie to come out and for the first trailer to come out. I'm beyond stoked. So let's move on. Okay, and this shot is another shot of Superman. I think this is the aftermath of a shot that's going to come after this of Superman saving, I think, a girl and her dog. Okay, I think this is the aftermath because you see all the debris around him, and it looks like he's looking up to see, I guess, where it came from or whatever. But this is the shot, I think, directly after that. I should have actually showed you the shot that I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so let's get right to that. Okay, now this shot, again, like it says in the caption, this is Superman saving a little girl. I think this is the little girl with the dog, and you see Superman, like, you know, protecting her. And the shot above it, I think, is the stuntman, the guy dressed in all in blue that they're gonna remove and post, and he probably put David Cornswet image over that. That's the guy. That's why he's dressed in all in blue, because they can digitally replace him and then put David Cornswet in the shot with all the stuff falling down and him protecting the little girl. Okay, so I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go on to the next thing. Okay, and this shot right here is David Cornswet. And you notice the suit is dirty in this image, and it looks like they're still filming him. I don't know. It looks like he's checking the curl in his hair or something. But that's a shot of him in the uniform. So this may be towards the end of the movie, or maybe even in the middle, because I still think he's going to get another Superman suit. I think this suit is the homemade suit that his mom made out of the materials that he was found in the ship, and then I think at some point in this movie he's going to go through the Fortress of Solitude and get a new suit from Jor-El. I think, the classic suit, I think he's going to get that. But this is just a shot of them, filming that, of him. And you can tell the suit is dirty. You can barely see the S, on one side of the suit. So I don't know what because this might be in the middle of the movie. Okay, I don't think this is towards the end, because I definitely think he's getting a new suit before the end of the movie. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, now this image, again, you see they got hooked on the wires, and I think you'll see in the next shot, I don't know if this is him getting ready to take off, just from a different angle, because you see the camera is like, facing down. Okay, and maybe that's him getting ready to like take. Maybe this is another, him taking off to fly, and they're just filming it from because you see the camera that he has, so you can see, and it's pointing towards the ground. So maybe that's when he's getting ready to take off, and that way you don't see the full cape, and they'll put the the full cape in this CGI the rest of his cape in there. But I thought it was an interesting shot because you can see the wires and then they're gonna lift him up, so it looks like he's flying. So I'll be back with the next shot. This shot is again just another angle of him. He's kind of balanced himself, and they're gonna lift him up, so off the ground. Just another angle of him flying, and it's good to see how they do it with the behind the scenes stuff. And again, like I said, I can't wait to see how he flies in this movie. I think it's gonna look awesome. Okay, so but again, just got him basically hooked on the wires and stuff. Of course, he doesn't have the full cape, which they'll probably add in later with the CGI. But it looks good to me. I like that shot. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, this shot is of Mr. Terrific jumping up and down in the air, and according to the people that were there, on his left hand he has a box of dog treats. So people think that this is actually Krypto, who's going to be added in later. It looks like he's jumping up and down trying to get Krypto to fly. Okay, that's what they said, because you see in a later shot he has like a bandage on his foot, so people think that maybe Krypto shoots him in the foot with his laser vision. But I think it was just a funny shot, because you see him like jumping up and down and moving, with the dog treats, trying to like you would draw a dog to get a dog's attention. So that's why we know Krypto's going to be in this, because Krypto's going to be in the Supergirl movie. Okay, that's going to be the next DC Studios film. So that's just a shot at that was just filmed. I just want to include that in there just because everybody were talking about it. So let's move on to the next one. This image this image, this image is Superman. Obviously, they got his cape flop, but that's the first image we see of I forgot his name as Green Lantern. Uh, but you're gonna see there's a difference between his suit, Hawkgirl's suit, and Mr. Terrific's suit. They're all Lord Tech. They all have the symbol in the middle. You can't see it so good on this picture, but I don't know if I got a picture where you can see all the. You can see in the middle. It looks like they're corporate superheroes in a way, and I think eventually they're gonna get by the end of the movie after Superman shows them a better way. They're gonna get. He's gonna get his traditional suit. And same with Hawkgirl and stuff. They'll get their more traditional suit because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, these suits are ugly," and all that stuff. But I think they're designed on purpose to look corporate, and they have the Lord Tech symbol in the middle of it. So I think that's the exact purpose of it, and they're gonna get their original suits towards the end of the movie. Okay, let's move on to the next image. Okay, this image is of course again Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, and yeah, Isabel Merced there as Hawkgirl, and David Cornsmith there as Superman. And again, they got her by they're holding her up. Of course, they removed the wire, so technically you don't see the wings yet, of course, until they added CGI. And again, her suit is more like that. There's a better picture of her, and then she has her mace, obviously, in her helmet. But there's a better image so you can see the more of the uniform, and I'll show you that one. But again, like I said before, I think these suits are they're corporate suits made by Maxwell Lord, okay, for the Justice League International. And then, after hanging out with Superman, they're gonna come to a better way, and then they're gonna switch back to their comic book suits, okay. And I have full faith that James Gunn is going to do exactly that. Okay, so let's move on to the next picture. Now this image is Hawkgirl and Mr. Terrific. You see, looks like he's in a flying contraption. I don't know if that's the way it's going to look. A flying chair or something. And she, of course, going to have her wings and her mace. And I like that. I can't wait to see how it's going to look on screen. I'm sure he's going to have probably like a flying chair or something. And she, of course, she's going to have her wings and stuff. And it looks good. And like I said, her helmet, I like her helmet and the mace. And like I said, the costumes, like I said, people are not crazy about the costumes because they think they look generic, like the X-Men costumes from the X-Men 2000 movie. But again, they're corporate uniforms for a reason, I think. Again, like they're going to get their costume accurate costumes by the end, because I think they're going to walk away from Maxwell Lord and follow Superman's example and have their own costumes. I definitely think that's going to happen in this movie. So let's move on to the next image. And this image is, of course, Superman and Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion, and Isabel Merced as Hawkgirl. You just got a shot of her on the ground with her mace, okay, the back of her helmet, and got the hair sticking out. And again, her wings are going to be CGI. And again, you can see more of her costume now. It looks more like Nathan Fillion's costume. And again, they have the Maxwell Lord symbol in the middle, or Lord Tech symbol in the middle. And they're like corporate superheroes. And eventually they're going to have to, hanging out with Superman, they're going to, I think, dump those quick Maxwell Lord, and they're going to get their more traditional costumes that they have in the comics. Okay, I fully believe that theory. Okay, so let's move on to the next image. Okay, this image, again, you can see more of her. You can see Isabel Merced without her helmet on and with her jacket open. And if this was closer, you could see the Lord Tech image in the middle of her shirt, her white shirt there. And again, that's why a lot of people think that her and Green Lantern, and even maybe Mr. Terrific, at the end of the movie, they're going to get more of their comic accurate suits and maybe even form the Terrifics or something, or whatever. They may do that. But these costumes are just corporate suits, okay? And I know people were whining and say, oh, these are horrible looking. Again, I think these were designed this way on purpose, okay? So at the end of the day, she's going to get the more corporate. She's going to have her regular costume from the comics like everybody else. So on to the next picture. Okay, now this image is Hawkgirl flying, Mr. Terrific in his little hover chair. The blue guy there, people think that was Metamorpho, but they said, I think somebody said, no, he's just there to steady them as they film, but he's dressed in all blue so they can remove him digitally, when they do the film editing on the film. And then, of course, Mr. Terrific, Superman and Guy Gardner there at the bottom. Okay, so let's move on to the next picture. Okay, and this picture is just more of the other picture, except now you have the blue guy there. You have Hawkgirl flying a little bit lower. And again, Mr. Terrific in his hover chair, and Guy Gardner walking away, and then there's Superman there, cape flapping. Okay, looking good. Okay, so again, that blue guy in blue is not Metamorpho. He's there just to steady the people, Mr. Terrific and Hawk Girl, and then he'll be digitally removed when they do the editing on this film. So I'll be right back with more pictures. Okay, in this picture is a little more close up, and you can see, Guy Gardner, his uniform. I think it's green and black and white, and you can see the light right there, the lantern there on it, and I think the ring is on his right hand. And then again, you can see Hawk Girl. You can see more of her helmet and stuff, and her mace. And again, this is more of a close-up shot. And then you see these kids. I think these are people. I think they do a save or something, and then Superman's there. And I think the other image that you're going to see is going to be more indicative of what happens during the scene. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, this image is a very interesting image. You see the heroes walking away, Guy Gardner, Hawk, and Mr. Terrific, and then you see Superman. There's a video of this. This is just a picture, but there's a video of the scene where they kind of walk off those heroes, and then Superman, all the kids run towards him, and Superman picks up I think like 2 kids, and all the kids hang around him and all that stuff, which I think is very endearing and stuff, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. But it's like I said, the people don't care about the corporate heroes. They care about Superman, because Superman, he helps people. He does a bunch of saves and stuff, and plus he's different. He's not like a corporate drone. His costume is colorful and everything else, and he seems to be kid friendly. So again, I like that James Gunn is showing the dichotomy between the corporate heroes and Superman, and I really can't wait to see how this plays out. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, now this image, again, you can see the Lord Tech symbol there on the left, and then you can see it on Guy Gardner's in the middle of his white shirt, and then also you can see it on Mr. Terrific there, and the Hawk Girl has it on her suit too. And again, like I said, I think that's the corporate thing. I think Maxwell Lord is sponsoring these heroes. Maybe he's giving them their funding, and then by the end of the movie, they're going to have their accurate costumes on. I think Guy Gardner will have his Green Lantern suit on. Hawk Girl will have her Hawk Girl uniform, and Mr. Terrific won't have that white shirt. He'll have more or less the same look, except his thing will be probably a T in the middle and stuff. But that's why they have the Lord Tech there. I think, again, these costumes are as a deliberate choice by James Gunn, just to show you that certain heroes are different, and the Superman is different. Okay, he has the colorful uniform. He's not part of a gang or anything like that. So, again, I think once they see the error of their ways, they're gonna team up with Superman and probably tell Maxwell Lord to go F himself. Okay, and then they'll be more of their individual selves. Okay, so that's it, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, now this, again, I think I saw a similar picture of this before, and again, this is Hawk Girl. You can see more of her outfit right there, her mace. She has her mace in her hand. She has her helmet. You can really see that, the hair sticking out of it. And again, her suit, Mr. Terrific suit, and Green Lantern, Guy Gardner suit, they're Lord Tech probably design suits. And at the end of the movie, they're going to get tell Maxwell Lord to piss off, and then they'll have their own individual suits. So I definitely think that's going to happen in this movie. Okay, and yeah, they're just hooking Hawk Girl up with wires and stuff so she can fly. The CGI her wings on her and stuff. So, but I like her uniform anyway. I know a lot of people give it crap, but I like it. Again, and I know these suits are designed this way for a reason, and I have full faith in James Gunn. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, in this image, again, this is more of that image I showed you before of the other heroes walking off and all the little kids running towards Superman, and Superman picks 2 of them up. And again, this is great, and I like what we're going to see in this David Cornswet Superman. Is going to be smiling a lot more. He won't be as dour as Henry Cavill's version of Superman was. He's going to be more happy, more inspirational. And again, I just love this shot that, I saw the video. They have a video of it. Somebody shot of all the kids, of them, the other heroes walking off, and all the kids running towards Superman. And he picks 2 of them up, and I think that's absolutely great, just to show Superman how he's a role model for kids and stuff. I just love that James Gunn is he understands the assignment. He's going to give us exactly what we want in a Superman movie, and I cannot wait. Okay, this image is, again, looks like Superman is talking to Guy Gardner. He has his right hand on him, and look like Hawk Girl is walking off. So maybe there was a scene where after they did some things and they would get ready to walk off, Superman wanted to speak to them. Maybe this is his first time meeting them, and he wants to, have a conversation with them. So again, you see the kids hanging around. You see people like filming stuff. I think they might be filming Mr. Terrific and his hovercraft. You see, they got their phones up in the air, so they could be filming that. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. This is the last image I'm going to show you. This is Superman walking out of City Hall. I think this is just seen just before he gets arrested. So we don't know what's going on, why he went to City Hall at all, for what reason. But I think this is where he gets arrested when he comes out of there. I don't know if the army shows up and the engineer and whoever that the figure in black is, whether that's Bizarro or Ulysses or whoever's going to be, or Ultraman. Again, my best bet is it's probably a clone of Superman. That's who's going to turn into Bizarro, I assume. That Superman and the other heroes have to fight at the end. But that's it for me. Anyway, I hope you like these images. Again, I'm really enjoying this movie. The images that we're getting to see. And I don't have a problem with the suit. And again, like I said, I think he's going to get another classic suit at the end. I think at some point during this movie, he's going to go to the Fortress of Solitude and get to talk to Jor-El and get the original Kryptonian suit. Because I think this suit is the suit that his mom made for him. So anyway, let me know what you think of these images. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media description on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I also have a link to my other channel called Views on the Page. We took that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. Follow the link down below. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.